Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Spacenerd Plays Attack of the B-Team, Modern Minecraft. So, we've been quite on a roll with episodes. It's actually one or two play sessions that I actually recorded, and I split them up into like 5 episodes in a row. But we're here, and we're nerding out today. We are going to look at my power plant. So, I put it here below my berry bushes. And here we go. It is big, it is crazy, it is dark, and this isn't even all of it. So this is a self-sustained closed system that'll generate power for me indefinitely, and I never have to worry about it. As a byproduct of it, it also generates mob essence for me to spawn other stuff, and infinite steak and leather and all that good stuff. So let's talk about this a little more in depth. It's a little crazy and daunting, but at the heart of it, it's pretty simple. So what we have are 7 steam dynamos. And now I'm going to explain why I made this. Now, before I was just using, oh, there it goes. It's such a beautiful thing. So before I was using steam turbines, and that was producing all the power I ever needed. All it needed was aqueous accumulators, and it was good to go. But in the next update, they're going to take away the cheaty steam turbine, so I need a real power solution. So what I did, full disclosure, I took 7 steam dynamos and I spawned them in using NEI. Here are the 7 steam turbines that I was using before, and I'll do it together with you. Turn delete mode on. They are all gone. Deleted. Now let's take a look at the recipe for steam turbines. And you see it takes a steam dynamo. So I had created these 7 steam dynamos. I'm just getting them back, and I didn't know of any other way. And I'm just calling these pistons and the silver and the transmission coils, they're a loss. And no big deal, you know. So let's get into bat mode because we're going to need that to move around all the crevices. And let's see how this works. So at the heart of this machine is a planter. And wow, I started off with 1 stack. Let me look at all these different saplings. Now, the planter plants in a 3x3 radius whatever you put in it to plant, right? So it's planting oak saplings. And I put an upgrade chip, the lapis upgrade chip, the lowest one, and it increases the radius to 1, so it's in a 5x5 radius. This is also inspired by JSIT. I just added a little bit to it. So if you search YouTube for JSIT, his set it and forget it power, this inspired me. So I have all this stuff in here, and it's planting these trees. Once a tree grows, it'll get harvested by this Mine Factory Reloaded harvester. Okay, the harvester will spit out whatever it gets. Now it has 3 different things coming out of it. There's a power going in. To the right, there's a item duct. In the back, there's a chest. And in the bottom, let's get to it, there's another item duct. So I installed pneumatic servos. In the bottom, I have a whitelist of only oak saplings feeding back into the planter, so to keep the system going, right? In the right item duct, or the item duct on the right, I have whitelisted oak wood. So only the oak wood it harvests will head to the right. And in the back of the chest, so anything else will come out in the back. Usually it's going to be apples. So if it happens to pick up anything else, it'll also go back there. No problem. So it will take the wood, send it to this right item pipe that sends it to a sawmill. The sawmill cuts the wood, and for each piece of wood you'll get 6 planks. So we'll see in the configuration, from the right it'll output the planks. And it sends it into this hopper, and the hopper will go down into this chest, which feeds the wood. And if you notice here, I have set it to round robin mode, and I put another item servo stack size 1. So it's going to send 1 wood to each of these steam turbines as it comes in from the hopper. That's why the vanilla hopper was a good idea, so it could evenly distribute all the wood and get good power throughout everything. I love this thing. So we'll see here in the sawmill, boom. And you don't even see it come out because it goes directly in the item pipes into this hopper. And you don't even see it go in the chest. It gets sucked out, and we'll see all these steam turbines are on now, producing that power that's going into our battery. Alright? Or not our battery, but our energy cell. So as a byproduct of cutting, we get sawdust that goes into this yellow part. It gets pumped out the top into this thing, which goes back into this chest. Have another item duct sucking out the stuff from this chest with a servo saying, hey, only suck out the sawdust. Going into the cyclic assembler. Once it gets, we have the schematic here. Oops. So let me see if I shift. Yeah, it'll get the sawdust, put it into this schematic, and assemble it into compressed sawdust. Let's see if we get the 8. And one more. No. So it'll assemble it into the sawdust that goes into this furnace, and once it's cooked, it'll send it out the top into this chest that has a routed interface pipe sucking out all the charcoal. When you cook the compressed sawdust, you get charcoal, and sending the charcoal into my system. So as a byproduct, I get loads and loads and loads of free charcoal. It's really such an awesome system. So the wood gets chopped down, gets processed automatically. The apples also get sucked out and put into this chest using this item duct with the apple white filter. Any other byproducts? Oh, we can see it cooking, maybe. Come on, cook. No, I missed it. So any other byproducts will just stay in this chest. If something, a miracle happens that I get more. We don't want this to get backed up, because if it gets backed up, that's a problem. So what I had kind of copied from JSIT and put my own twist on it is this hopper with a comparator in it. So if there are things in this hopper, the comparator will light up and stop the harvester from harvesting anything, thereby stopping the overflow. And it will only the hopper will only stay on for an extended period of time if this fills up with wood and it has nowhere to go, right? So right now they're still charging these energy cells, so it's going to be going and it's not going to empty, but later on it might get overstocked and that might be a problem. This is also going to act as a buffer if this gets overfilled. It won't send it through the item pipe in the bottom, so it'll send it into this chest. So I'll need to check this chest, once every few days to see if there's anything down there that's overflowed. So I added some more stuff to it to increase the speed of, you see how these trees are growing way faster than they usually do. That's because I'm using this fertilizer. This fertilizer uses fertilizer that is produced by this composter. The composter produces fertilizer by collecting sewage from this sewer. So let's get down here and take a look. Here is our sewer is right above here, and it goes into this liquid router. The sewer will collect sewage from the cows that are hanging out up there and pump it through this liquid duct, liquid router. You see the blue one is sewage. Here's the blue one, and it's going through this fluid duct into the composter. So we'll see the work goes up as it receives sewage, and when it gets all the way full, we'll see a industrial fertilizer go into this hopper. Alright, and then on this red side, we have mob essence. The sewer not only collects the sewage that the cows produce, but also the XP orbs that get dropped when they're bred. So the mob essence gets pumped over up and over here, and we'll take a look at where the mob essence goes a little bit later. Okay, so the cows are being bred on this bottom one through a breeder. We see the wheat that breeds. This will automatically breed the cows whenever they're able to breed. It'll breed them. Then we got a chronotyper that'll suck out the babies to this side of where the babies live until they grow up. Now the cows need wheat. So what I did is I set up another harvester and planter with no upgrades at all, no lapis upgrade. That'll just do this 3x3 area, and right now I may need to upgrade it to a 5x5 area because it started out with 64 wheat in here, and it's been running for I'd say about 20 hours now, and we have a net loss, so we're gonna have to up the growing space. Now I don't have a fertilizer for here. I want to save it for the trees, so I'm using the fertilized dirt from random things, and that's going to increase the growth rate of these of this wheat. So really negating the need. Oh look, it just harvested that wheat, negating the need for the fertilizer there. So here's where we get our leather and our steak and all that kind of jazz. Our little baby cows are hanging out here. They want to get over there to their parents, but we've cruelly separated them. And here are the vicious grinders waiting to turn them into dead stuff. So when these baby cows grow up, the grinder will automatically kill them. And it'll shoot out... Oh, I'm sorry about that, guys. Actually, give me 1 second to make that noise stop. Okay, so, as I was saying, the grinder will shoot out whatever the cows drop, and also the experience, or mob essence, from killing the cow. Hey, it actually did kill one while we were gone. So I have a few fluid ducts, one fluid duct for the mob essence, and 2 item ducts. Now with this item duct that comes out the back, it has a whitelist for only raw beef. So only raw beef will go into the furnace, and the furnace will cook the raw beef in the steak, send it into the item pipe and the outgoing. And the rest of the stuff, like the leather, or if it drops a trophy, or if it drops a muscle or a brain, the necromancy stuff, will go out the top, because here we have another... actually... Yes, we have a blacklist, and this will allow anything to go through the top but raw beef. Alright, so this comes out and it gets joined in this item duct with the raw beef, the steak, and it shoots through this item duct through this chest. Remember this chest? So it's getting any of the apples or the byproduct. It's getting the leather, the cooked steak, the brains, the muscle, the trophies, the charcoal, and it's all getting sent, there it goes, to my item storage network. So basically this is a closed system, and I never have to come down here and check. I could just let this go, and I think I could play for months without checking on this item overflow. Now, they do lose a lot from a fast, since we have that fast leaf decay. A lot of spare saplings will fall off the side, but they'll respawn. They'll despawn, no problem. And it looks like we're having a pretty big net gain, because I only put 64 to start, and look at all these stacks of saplings. Another good thing is we could grab these saplings, pop them into our steam dynamo, and they could actually be used as fuel. We don't have to do it one at a time either. We could just stick it in this chest and it'll pump all those those saplings. There they go, making power. Now they're all going one at a time, so it's going a little bit slow since they burn so fast. Since I have the stack size at 1, I could put it to 64 to get rid of it faster. Should start getting the 64 in soon. Oh, actually it's sending wood over. But all those saplings are now being converted to energy, which is going into my battery. And this is the battery for the main base that all my machines are connected to. And as you see, 20 hours, we have 36 million RF saved up. Since the got another sapling. Since the other energy cell here, it gets used a lot less. It's only running the machines that are sustaining the system. It's filled up a lot faster because I still continued on as normal using my magma crucibles, using my my liquid infuser, whatever that's called. And I've had no problems with power. It's actually, since I upgraded to these redstone energy conduits, it's been outstanding. Things work so fast and efficiently. And this is spiked and dipped. I've seen it at 40 before, but I just did a lot of work melting down cobblestone for lava to make a tombstone. Actually, I got into witchery a little bit. Just as a segue into my storage system, as we can see, there is no more chest here to extract stuff. Well, actually there is. Haha. I used the secret chest, and here we have the hidden chest. The secret rooms mod makes things look a lot cleaner, and I could still dump stuff in my inventory. So let's take a look at the guts of my system. I cleaned this up a whole bunch, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of stuck. It's kind of confined space here, but we had upgraded everything to resonant strong boxes, which hold even more than a double chest. So look at all this storage space in just one spot. And I have 4, 8, 16, 20 of those. I have storage for days, guys. I'm not going to run out of storage unless I try. Alright? And then for the stuff that I have a whole lot of, I have deep storage units for my sand, my dirt, my gravel, and my cobble. So here we have 5,700 cobble, 1,000 gravel, 1,700 dirt, 1,500 sand, all that, and I could store up to billions of them if I need. So it's pretty sweet. I made a secret trapdoor to head to the back here. And we'll talk about this lunar item extraction module. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll talk about the guts and the inner workings and a new item I put in inspired by Generic B himself. So quick commercial break. Be right back. So let's head down and check out the guts of this thing. This goes down, 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 and over into my power system. That's where all the stuff comes in from. Let's see if we can see a charcoal coming in. Hello, charcoal. Do you want to come into my... Oh, I see it. Something's happening. Interesting content footage. I know. So interesting. Oh well. We saw it earlier. So, here is a big tip for you guys. If you're using these and you want to have them all together, make sure you grab out your saw and make some panels to go ahead and divide so these don't all hook up together. Because if you do, there will be a glitch in the matrix and stuff will go and never come out. So I had to learn that the hard way. So what I was talking about that Jenny B had made is this awesome player interface from Random Things. Now, let me get rid of these things. Let's get in my tool bag, get my jack out. Huh. Maybe a pickaxe. Yep, pickaxe. Okay, this thing has 4 sides. The top is your armor slot. So you got, here's my fan sinew armor. I made some of those exo goggles that B-Dubs was talking about. So the top is your armor. The bottom is your hotbar. We can't really see the bottom because it's covered by a pipe. And all the sides is our inventorio right here. So we see we have it connected with a routed interface pipe from the bottom. In that routed interface pipe, we have an item stock keeper chip. And I have it programmed to make sure that in my hotbar, there's always 64 torches and 64 steak. And I only have it to refill when the items are empty. Because I find it annoying to be refilling, while I'm out there. So we put that in, it's connected to the bottom. So if I don't have any torches or if I don't have any steak in my hotbar, look what happens. I have more steak! I have more steak! I have more steak! It's so fast and awesome. Now I have an annoying amount of steak, but hey, I could always put it back. So the same thing with torches. Let's test that. There goes the torches. It's so cool. And we have another area that's back there, and we see a Tesseract. So let's try and head over there. How can I get over there easily? There we go. So here we see a Tesseract with it's set to send items on frequency 1. Frequency 1 is the moon network, and you see that items are being sent to it from this chest. So this is a really cool way to send items to the moon. You see have this sign here and a routed request pipe that's connected to this strongbox. So we could go here and be like, apples. I want to send an apple to the moon. So we hit submit. There goes, apple goes into here. There's no apple in here though, because it got sucked into the Tesseract and sent up to the moon. So why don't we head up to the moon and see. Actually, why am I back? I should be a human because we're done with all that sneaky stuff. Alright, so let's call up the moon. And we're on the moon. We did some upgrades with glass up here, but now we're not talking about that this episode. We're talking about my power and my storage. So here we see another Tesseract set to send and receive items on the frequency 1 moon network. So this should have sent to one of these an apple. Uh-oh. So there's a glitch in the matrix. But it should send stuff to the moon. Okay. But another thing you might notice on my screen that my oxygen bar is on the bottom right. And you do that very simply by config file. If you go into your .texnic file, that's the same place where you find your .minecraft file. So your app data roaming .texnic, and there is one with a folder called mod packs. Go in there. then go into your attack of the B team, and there's a folder called config. Open one that's called config Galacticraft core, and it's going to ask you how do you want to open this, and select the program notepad and look through for an option of the oxygen display. It's pretty simple, guys. I got it with instructions that are more shady than that, so you could figure it out. Another cool thing, I found some of those meteors, so I made a whole bunch of airlock controllers and airlock frames, and it's like freaking Star Trek, okay? So I right click on it and I say player is within 1 meter, so it'll open automatically. It's freaking Star Trek on the moon here. So let's head outside. Oh, it opened automatically. No need for this. Get out of here, lever. Opens automatically. Oh, it is so cool. And here we see our oxygen sealer. We are in a sealed environment. We're not using any oxygen. And here we got a sneak peek at my leaf setup. But next episode, we're going to be heading back up here, or continuing to be up here, and show my cool moon setup. Here's a sneak peek. What? So guys, if you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and take your face, slap it onto the like button. Do me a big favor. That would help me out a lot. And hit subscribe if you haven't already. And if you thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.